Thank you. Okay. Yeah. Ready to go?
Ready to go.
Hey.
I'm ready to go. I can be your PA and hand you stuff.
Oh, thank you. Hi everyone, Karen Millers, and I'm a local. I'm a born and bred Gold Coaster. So my parents were sugarcane farmers at Wingulba, the northern end of the Gold Coast. I'm one of 8. I have 5 sisters and 2 brothers. I'm number 6. And I love living on the Gold Coast and I love what I do. So a little bit about the people that inspire me the most. My kids, oh, now I'm upset. Oh, I wasn't planning this. This didn't happen in my practice. Anyway, these are my kids. This is Lauren and Madison. Lauren is obviously mum of 2, Edie and Albie. Albie is my main man in my life. We do driving lessons every Sunday afternoon. We drive around the farm. Lauren's married to Lee. She's a teacher. Madison is married to Steve. She's 29 years old and expecting my 3rd grandbaby. She's 22 weeks pregnant. Very exciting. This is my mum. She's a huge inspiration to me. She's 90 years old, just turned 90. We put her in a home last year because she has dementia, which is really, really sad. She hates being in a home. She's 2 hours away from me, and so I break her out every month. So next weekend, break her out for the weekend, and she loves escaping. So that's really good fun. What I do when I'm not doing what I do, showing people how to look and feel better naked, is I'm a swimmer. So I swim with 3 masters groups here on the Gold Coast. I am training for the Pan Pacs in November. I did the last Pan Pacs. I got two silver medals out of 2 swims. This time I'm doing 4 swims and I'm going for gold and a couple of relays. I also swim in the ocean. Sunday mornings we swim from Burleigh to Burleigh. I'm always excited when I walk back from the swim and I didn't get eaten by a shark or drowned by a wave. So I'm really scared of waves, but that's what I do to put myself out of my comfort zone. So I have been working since I was 15 years old. I left home at 15 and I also started work at 15. My parents, 8 kids, no money, and so all of us, except for my younger brother and sister, had to leave home and get a job. And so I've done lots and lots of different things over the years, but I ended up in the bank in my 20s and I had 15 years with Westpac. I still can't say anything good about Westpac. It's been 30 years. I'm very damaged about Westpac. But anyway, I met my husband in the bank. I was married for 30 years. I'm not married anymore. That was a good decision.
That's the bank's fault too.
No, that was his fault. But anyway, we got out of the bank and we bought a post office. So we knew the people that had all the money in the bank were business owners, and so we decided to buy a business. And we paid $700,000 for a business that sold 60-cent stamps. So you do the maths. Not really very smart. And I had a 4-year-old and a 6-month-old, and I was working 10 hours a day, 6 days a week. It sucked. 3.5 years, sold that, thank goodness, for more than what we bought it for, and went back for working for other people. And then 6 years later, we were always looking for another business. Looked at all different things. I even looked at a bakery, and I don't eat bread. And so all different stuff. But 20 years ago, and that was 6 years later, I was introduced to a company called New Skin. They're a network marketing company, and they're integrated health and beauty. And I didn't think it was for me. I don't know about what you think about network marketing, but I thought it was for losers. And I was a corporate banker, so that was certainly nothing that I was going to do. And I thought it was where you sold stuff to your friends and then you had no friends. So completely rejected it. But I was interested in some of the technology that they had. And this was the thing, actually. It's called a biophotonic scanner. And in 35 seconds, it measures your body's ability to be able to protect itself against degeneration. You don't catch cancer, heart disease or diabetes, you degenerate to it. And so if you can see where your body's at and can do things to protect yourself against your body degenerating, you can live younger, longer. And so that really interested me. My family history was full of cancer, so that was really important. And anybody I care about, I want to scan. And so it's really important piece of technology. I was a customer of the company for 2.5 years. And then they announced they were bringing out this thing that they nicknamed a wrinkle iron. And I was curious. I didn't think it would work, but I thought I'd go along to the launch. And so I drove an hour and a half, we were living in Toowoomba at the time, to Brisbane, and I walked into this room and there was about 300 people in the room, and they're doing half of people's faces with this thing. And this thing. And so I was watching, and right in front of my eyes, this lady's face changed. The lines around her eyes softened, her eyebrow lifted, her cheeks set up higher, and I said, I'll have one of those. And I went home to my husband and I said, that company, they got this thing, it irons out wrinkles out of your face. And he looked at me very blankly and went, you'd believe anything. And I said, sit down, I bought it. And I did half of his face and half of my face. We looked in the mirror, could not see a damn thing, but I could feel my skin felt different. And he said, you know, you're gullible, it's a rip-off, you've wasted our money. I said, I don't care what you do, you can get older and uglier, but I'm going to use this thing. And he did half of his face for 8 weeks to prove to me that I was gullible and that it was a rip-off. And after 8 weeks, he looked like a stroke victim and everybody noticed. And that's how my business started. And so even though we're not together anymore, I've been single for 7 years, I'm really grateful to him that he was stupid enough to do half of his face. I, of course, was not. And this was me. I'm 38 years old here. I'm aging younger. I'm 59 today. I think I look younger today than I did at 38. And I've had the same changes on the inside as what I've had on the outside, because we do stuff for the inside as well. And everybody that uses our products gets results. We 100% performance guarantee it. And the reason why is because we use some technology called Ageloc, and I'm probably running out of time, so I can't talk too long. But we have 260 products in our portfolio. I specialise in genetic expression products that give your bodies, your genes, a spit and a polish so that they can express young longer. Most people live their lives like a torch. You buy a torch, you stick some batteries in it, and it lights up a room, and that's what we're like when we're young. But as we age, what happens? You leave the torch on, and it slowly, slowly degenerates, and then one day you're dribbling in a bowl of soup somewhere. And sadly, that's true. And so... Not just on a Saturday night, every day.
We've noticed. That's right.
And so genetic expression science can help your body live more like a mobile phone. If you've got a mobile phone, whether you've got 100% charge or 1% charge, it does everything. And that's how we like to live our lives. That's how I'm going to live my life. And one day that I'll just be walking down the street in Burleigh and just drop dead because my light's gone out, but be able to do everything all of my life. I specialise in that technology, but also mainly with our devices, at-home beauty devices. Lots of fun helping people look and live younger, longer. The Ageloc technology, and how much time have I got, Anita? Much time?
No, more than 2 minutes.
Okay, so I'll be really, really fast. I usually talk about this for hours, but the science came about through the study of identical twins. So imagine you've all got an identical twin and the other one goes and sits in the sun, eats packaged foods, drinks alcohol, takes some party drugs, comes back after a year. Do you think they're going to look as good as you after a year? They would have had a lot of fun. So that's what happened to these guys. These guys are identical twins. This one, I think, hasn't drank enough or smoked enough to look as bad as this guy. Identical twins, the longest study in the world, and also the largest, where they take identical twins and they watch them age. And so when they age differently, they realise that it wasn't just what their parents gave them, but what they exposed their bodies to as well. And so with the advances in computers, we can now look at genes under heat maps and see how they're expressing. Because your genes are exactly the same as what you were born with, but the expression changes, and that's why we look different. And so this is just an example. Mother, daughter, mother's in her 60s, daughter's in her 20s. These graphs happen to be the genetic expression for something called the mitochondria, turns food into energy. The daughter is expressing youthfully, right? The mother is completely opposite. So not only does she look older, but she feels it. So what our scientists do, and we have 75 PhD scientists, they compare old to young, fat to thin, all the ways that we age, and then they expose old genes to different ingredients to see if they can find ingredients that make those old genes express more youthfully. And that's how we make products. And that's why everybody gets results. So this is Sally. She's in her late 60s. She's in her 70s. Yvonne, this is only 90 days. She looks younger. Karen's 53. She's 60. Dean, 4 weeks later, everybody gets results. Wobbly bits, side boobs, back fat. I help people look and feel better naked. 5 weeks of using our product on her belly. We work with, as I say, 75 PhD scientists. They've studied blue zones all around the world, the foods that are unique to those areas, and then they study them genetically to see if they make genes younger. And so we've developed the first anti-aging tablet in the world. It's called Ageloc Y-Span, Expand Your Youth. And I've been taking this product for, I don't know, since 2017. And so it works with more than 1,000 genes in our bodies to get our genes to express more youthfully. Everybody looks younger. Our biophotonic scanner measures your antioxidants, we read where your body is at. And so if you want to know more about that, that's what one of the things that I do. Doesn't matter how old you are or how young you are, we can keep your genes expressing more youthfully longer. And I love what I do. The sharing and helping people love their skin that they're in, feel better naked, perform and look better. That's what I do. So thank you.
That was a really, really interesting talk, so because sometimes you don't know what someone does, but all of a sudden it brings it home to you exactly what you do, and I think that was sensational.
Thank you. Any questions? Kelly?
Yes, any question, Kelly?
Lawrence actually did half of my face, and I could see the difference in that one section.
Yeah, most people do. Yeah. Adam, did you want to say?
Yeah, I've been using Karen's device too, and it works very well. Even my son would notice things straight away.
Serious? Wow, that's huge.
Unlike other things that you see it instantly.
And Dana and I work together, so yeah, we have a lot of fun.
Can I ask,
Had a good product there, Adam.
is it one of those things you have to keep using, or like when you stop using it, does everything kind of
Depends on what you're using. It's a bit like brushing your teeth, you know. You only brush the teeth you want to keep. So it's the same thing. It's true though, isn't it? You know, we go to the gym, you know, and you build muscle. You stop going to the gym, it doesn't turn into flabs straight away, but over time you'll lose your muscle, your tone. So it's the same thing, yeah. It's like brushing your teeth.
I've been using it my entire life. None of you know that I'm 90.
Thanks, Adam. I'll give you $20 for that later.
Any other questions?
I was just going to say, I use two of the devices as well, and I like the one, because you can use it in the shower, so, you know, so 2 in 1. I hate where you have to wash and then do it over the sink and you get water everywhere, so I like that. And then the other one is, it's almost like, I don't know if you know gua sha, like it's this thing where you rub, and it's like lymphatic drainage on your...
This one or the
No,
boost?
The other one,
Okay.
the smaller one. But I use it like that, and I do notice like bags under my eyes and stuff like that go. I'm just not very...
So you get sent the video and also that spiel there as well, the PDF. But you've got her details. You want to speak to Karen about anything, just give her a call. It's on that list anyway that you get sent to you.
Oh, Carl.
Okay,
I'll tell you about that later.
yes.
My partner will love it.
It's good for your skin.
Nice guy though.
Sunscreen. It's great for in the sun.
getting them to comment on the page?
Yeah, so go on.
Okay, so I've written up a post for Karen. There's a photo of her on our Facebook page. You can go to that page and comment like.